here is everything new with Apple TV in tvOS 26. Real quick, if you want to keep up to date with the latest Apple news and reviews, hit that subscribe button. So tvOS 26, yes 26, is launching this fall, but I'm going to walk you through an early look at all of the new features. Let's get into it. Starting out just like with my CarPlay video, we're getting a liquid glass redesign. The top feature bar is now clear, showing off the content behind it and reflecting the light as the photos and videos change. There are new icons that basically mimic the ones on iPhones and iPad. You can see the changes in the playback bar as well as the updated control center. I think it looks good, though perhaps not as drastic as it is on iPhone, iPad, and Mac. I will note the new UI only applies to the second and third generation Apple TV 4K. Older models will still retain the older aesthetic. The Apple TV app has gotten a bit of a refresh, showing new designs for both the watch list and recommendations. The watch list shows either the artwork or a frame from the episode, like before, but has a new layout for the information. On the bottom of each tile, you'll see whether you're resuming or jumping to the episode. There's a new badge on the top left corner. It shows how long it is and how much is remaining, plus the episodic information and where it will be watched from. Recommendations below now use vertical artwork instead of landscape, which takes up less space, horizontally at least. Beyond the UI, Apple is making profiles more noticeable. They've been around, but not overly used. Now, you can optionally have the profile show every time the Apple TV wakes up. Your Apple TV profile is tied to things like your personalized watch list queue, photos, and the music library. Not to mention your phone, but more on that in a moment. Developers can tie into these profiles too, doing things like moving to your personal Hulu or Netflix profiles, but they've so far been reluctant to do so. Perhaps this will encourage them to adopt them. Let me know in the comments if you use the profiles on Apple TV now or not. Speaking of logins, Apple will now sync your app logins with your Apple ID. What this means is that when you are setting up a new Apple TV, it'll automatically log you into apps based on the ones you already have tied to your account. Should definitely help simplify the process and is easily one of the biggest frustrations with set-top boxes. No one wants to sign in to 15 different streaming apps. The Music app has gotten a bit of an upgrade with some minor UI tweaks and new features. For example, there is live lyric translation when playing back music in other languages with the lyric view open. Plus, there's a new karaoke feature. When I covered the last major tvOS update, I literally made the thumbnail a picture of me pretending to sing into my iPhone. Now Apple has made that an actual feature. When you go into Apple Music Sing mode, which is a tab at the top of the Music app, you can optionally pair your iPhone by scanning a QR code. This opens a new Sing interface on your iPhone with a mute toggle and reaction emojis. Your voice through your iPhone gets amplified through the TV speakers, like a literal karaoke machine. While singing, others can keep an eye on their phones and tap those reaction emojis that show up on the screen to encourage you. This one is another feature locked behind new hardware though. It's only supported on the Apple TV 4K 3rd gen. That box was released almost 3 years ago at this point, so it's likely we'll see some new hardware soon. If you're interested in what we may see, be sure to check out my Rumor Roundup video that I've linked here for you. Also, for better or for worse, Apple has added a Sing app icon to the home screen, which just jumps you directly to the Sing tab. You can't remove it or hide it though, so I know some users will be annoyed by that. There aren't necessarily any new screensavers with this update, but Apple does allow more control over them. You can choose exactly which of the aerial screensavers you want to see, instead of just turning off entire categories. In FaceTime, it now supports a bunch of new things. You'll see incoming call notifications. There are contact posters when starting a FaceTime call, and live captions. These live captions, which are also supported on iPhone, iPad, and Mac, are supported in French, German, Korean, Japanese, Mandarin, and Spanish here at launch. With all these FaceTime improvements, it really seems like Apple is prepping that new Apple TV with a camera built in. Hopefully we see soon. There are plenty of under-the-hood benefits here too, like how you can pair any AirPlay speakers with the Apple TV permanently, not just HomePods. This has been a frequently requested feature. There's also direct pass-through audio support. The Apple TV can send unchanged audio directly to an external speaker or receiver. Then we have Dolby Atmos 9.1.6 support, which adds support for front wide channels and 2 more additional overhead channels. If you have a setup like that, this would be crazy cool to watch content with. For the smart home user, Apple is supporting Thread 1.4. This adds a lot of improvements on the stability and reliability of Thread. For users, it allows Thread networks from different manufacturers and platforms to all join together instead of creating multiple Thread networks in your home. Also allows for internet access for accessories. It could theoretically allow your light to change based on a sports score or your air purifier to beef up when the outdoor weather is bad. I've got a bunch of Thread accessories in the home, like shades, locks, light bulbs, switches, plugs, and more. It's becoming really great. It's a lot better, in my opinion, than Bluetooth for battery-powered accessories. The craziest thing here may be that tvOS 26 actually still supports the Apple TV HD. This device is now 10 years old at this point. I believe it is the longest supported Apple device right now. And it gets quite a few of these new features, only missing out on things like the sing-along feature and the new UI. Let me know which of these new features you like and which ones you'd still like to see Apple implement. I think Apple is cooking right now, and I'm willing to bet there'll be a whole lot more sooner rather than later. Stay tuned to the channel, and I'll be sure to keep you up to date. I'll see you all in the next video.